Welcome to day 23 of FortiGate Firewall series. Guys, in the last class in day 22, we had discussed destination NAT on FortiGate Firewall. And in today's class, we are going to understand port forwarding configuration on FortiGate Firewall. In destination NAT, we had seen how outside users, means user from the internet, can access my internal server, my private server, with the help of public IP address. As you can see, this is my topology, and here I have one private server in DMG. Okay, and this server is using IP address, private IP address from this subnet, from this private subnet 192.168.20.0/24, and the server is using IP.1, means 192.168.20.1. Here is one user on the internet using public IP address 101.1.1.1, and on my WAN port on FortiGate Firewall, my public IP address is 1.1.1. Right, so for destination NAT I had used one public IP address which was 1.1.20. correct? So whenever someone from the internet will browse this public IP address, my FortiGate Firewall will translate the destination. That is the meaning of destination NAT, by the way, means translate the destination IP address. For an example, this user, if this user will generate any traffic, then source is going to be 101.1.1.1 and destination 1.1.1.20. This request will hit on the WAN interface of my FortiGate Firewall, and as destination NAT is configured, my FortiGate Firewall will translate destination IP address, which is public, into the private IP address, which is 192.168.1.20, and then FortiGate Firewall will finally forward it to this server. Now here today I have two server in my DMG. You can see server 1 and server 2. So I have two options. See, if I have multiple public IP address, then I can configure multiple destination NAT. Simply I can define one public IP address for server 1, 1.1.1.10, and one public IP address for server 2, let's suppose 1.1.1.11. So when someone will browse this IP address, they will get access to this server. When someone will browse this IP address, 1.1.11, then they will get access to server number 2. But here we need multiple public IP address. Second option is port forwarding. Right, second option is port forwarding. Here let's suppose you have only one public IP address, which is 1.1.1.1 or 10, any IP address from this line. Let's suppose you want outside user, means internet user, should have access to this private server with the help of this public IP address, but in the last class what we had seen, with the help of one public IP address, how you can access one private server. But today, with the help of one private IP address, how you can access multiple private server. In this case, we will configure port forwarding. Means, let's suppose this server is hosting application HTTP, or this server is hosting same application or different application, even that's not matter. Now what we want, my public IP address for both the server is 1.1.1.10. let's say this is my public IP address for destination NAT. Right, through this public IP address, how outside users can access both the server or multiple server, 3 server, 4 server, 5 servers, with the help of port number. Means whenever someone is going to browse this public IP address with, let's say, port number 8080, then they will access server 1, and same public IP address with another port 8081 will access this server. This is port forwarding. Means when request will come on this public IP address and on this port number, with this port number, destination port any, it can be 21, 23, 443, 80, not matter. So in that case, FortiGate Firewall will forward traffic to server 1, and when request will come on this public IP address with this port number, then FortiGate Firewall will forward the request to this server. Okay, that is port forwarding. Let me show you the configuration and it will be easy for you to understand. So let me check the management IP address of my FortiGate Firewall first. Admin, and so system interface, and my management IP address is 192.168.1.20. 25. Let me copy and let me access it in another browser. Okay, username is admin, password is admin. Here I got the access. IP addresses are already configured on my FortiGate firewall, but NAT is not configured. Even there is, I think, no any policy configured. So firewall policy, you can see only default policy there, which is implicit deny, which is denying all the traffic. And for destination NAT, you know, here we have virtual IP. So you can see we don't have any virtual IP configuration here. Means it is denying all the means FortiGate firewall is not performing any kind of translation. Let's create the virtual IP. Here name I am saying, let's say DNAT, destination NAT for server 1 S1, and interface is going to be WAN interface port number 3. Let me say interface port number 3. NAT type is going to be a static. External IP address is same 1.1.10, and mapped IP address is 192.168.20.1, which is the IP address of my server 1. Here if you will check server 1 IP address, let me access and let me show you. So IP, sorry, username and password is configured Cisco. So IP interface brief. Here you can see IP address is 192.168.20.1. Done. And on server number 2, on server 2, what is the IP? Let me check that as well. Okay, on server 2 IP is not configured. I am going to configure .2. Done. So let me configure destination NAT for .1 first, for server 1 first. So this is my private IP address. This is my public IP address, right? But we want to configure port forwarding. So here you can see port forwarding. Let me turn it on, and you can select the protocol. It can be TCP, UDP, SCTP, ICMP. So my protocol is going to be TCP. And external port, if external port is, let's suppose for 8080, then traffic should reach to server 1. Okay, and destination port, let's say 23 for telnet, or whatever service you are running on the server, you can define the destination port based on that. Let's suppose on the both server I am running telnet service, so destination port is 23. Let me say okay, and I will create one more virtual port, virtual IP with name DNAT S2 server 2. Port number is going to be same, and a static NAT. Here public IP address is going to be one same 10.10. It is giving you the error, see conflict with external IP of another VIP, right? This IP, public IP, is overlapping with another IP address, because here you have not enabled the port forwarding. But as soon as you will enable the port forwarding, now it will not conflict. Okay, and my private IP address 192.168.20.2, right, for server 2. I want to forward this request message to server number 2 on port number, let's suppose 8081. Once someone will hit on this public IP address with this port number, then traffic will go to this private IP address, and port number is same 23. Say okay. Now I have two virtual IPs here on my FortiGate firewall. Till then, let me configure server 2 as well. Config T interface F0/0, no shutdown, and IP address interface G0/0, yeah, G0/2, no shutdown, and IP address 192.168.20.2, 255.255.255.0. Let me disable routing, no IP routing, and IP default gateway. Default gateway is 192.168.20.10. Done. Here I can change the host name as well, host name as 2, and let me write it. Before that, I am enabling telnet as well, line VTY024, and transport input telnet, and login, okay, or like login local. And here I can create one username Cisco, and password also Cisco. You can also configure enable password for telnet is Cisco. That's it. Let me write the configuration And now on the FortiGate firewall, I need to configure policy to allow the traffic from outside to inside. So go to FortiGate firewall. Here you can right click, and from here only you can create policy, create firewall policy using this object. So based on this object, I can create policy, and let me name it. I can say outside ought to in for S1, right? For server 1 ought to in. Incoming interface port number 3, outgoing interface is going to be port 2, port 2. Source address is any, because traffic will come from the internet side, so we don't know about source. Service is going to be also any, or you can select the telnet protocol here only, okay, because we are only forwarding the telnet traffic. Then action accept, and NAT is not required, just disable it and say okay. I need to create one policy for VIP2 as well. Go to virtual IP and let me create one policy for this as well, this VIP as well. Here I can say ought to in for S2 server 2, port number 3, incoming port, outgoing port number 2, source any, all, destination DNAT S2, and schedule always service any, okay, and disable the NAT and say okay. You are done. You are done with the configuration, right? So 2 policy and 2 VIP. Now if I will take you to the internet router for an example, internet router, from here if you will telnet 1.1.1.10, which is my public IP address, and on port number 8080, then my traffic should go to S1 server 1. Let me verify it. Debug IP packet, let's say, and I am going to enter. You can see it is asking for username, and here you can see the request, telnet request, right? Username Cisco, and password is also Cisco. So I got the access, not got the access. Let me check the username once. So run section username, username is admin, and password is Cisco. So now I got the access to the web server, which is server 1. Here you can see the host name of this server is web server. I can change it host name as 1, or from internet router also I can change it. Now you can see host name is changed. Similarly, if I will telnet on another port, on port number 8081, then I will access server 2. Let me hit enter. Now destination unreachable 1.1.1. What happened? Let me check the configuration on FortiGate firewall. Oh, sorry, on the server 2. Let me enable debugging once. Debug IP packet, and now from the internet router I am going to send telnet traffic on port number 8081. No, nothing is happening here on server number 2. I don't see any traffic, so there is some issue in server 2. Let me see. Port number 8081 TCP port, and destination means private IP address is 192.168.20.2. okay, 20.2, and this server, make sure this server is using same IP. So IP interface brief 192.168.20.2 from FortiGate firewall. If I will ping this IP admin, and let me say ping, execute ping 192.168.20.168.20.2, then ping should work. But ping is not working. There is some reachability issue. Okay, I got the issue. Actually, the port number 1 of server is not working. First, let me save the configuration of server. Port 0/0 on the switch is not working, guys. So let me change the port number here. On the server it is going to be 0/2 only, and here I am going to use another port, let's say 0/3. And now let me turn it on and lock the lab, and now go to internet router, and now you can try, right? Just wait, server is booting. After that we'll try sending traffic on this port number. Okay, till then from the internet, if you will ping on port number with port number 8080, then you will get access to server 1. 8080, why it is not working? It was working. Now traffic is not coming here as well. That means switch is not rebooted till now. So MAC address table, it is learning MAC address on 0/2 and 0/3, but it has not learned any MAC address on 0/1. Let me do one thing. From FortiGate Firewall, I'm going to execute ping command for 20.1. Ping is working. Go to switch now, and on the switch check MAC address table. Now it is learning MAC address on all the port. Okay, go to internet, and yes, now it is working. Username admin and password Cisco. Just it was taking some time. Done. I got the access to server 1. Now you can verify it on FortiGate Firewall as well. Get system session list, and you can see the destination NAT, right? This IP address 1.1.1.10 port number 8080 is translated into 192.168.20.1 with port number 23. Right now from the internet I am going to check different port, telnet port number 8081, and now I got this access as well, Cisco, and here you can see I got the access to server 2. And now you can see same IP address but on different port number is translated into 20.2 with destination port 23. So this is how you can configure port forwarding on FortiGate Firewall. So we have covered destination NAT, means one-to-one NAT, when you have when you want to map one public IP address with one dedicated private IP address, and port forwarding when you want to map one single private IP address with multiple private IP address using port number, then you will configure port forwarding. Hope it is clear to you. If yes guys, if you have learned something from this video, please hit on like button. If you have not subscribed this channel till now, please subscribe this channel. We'll meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.